Hi, friend.
Hi. How's it going?
So good. So good.
Good. It's so good to see you.
Welcome back to the Come and Grow podcast, to our listener, our reader, our watcher, whomever you are. We're excited that you are here.
So glad that you're here. Thanks for joining us for this conversation.
And I feel the need to just walk people through like our cadence of this podcast and just remind them how we have the same thing. We know what we're doing each week, but I just want to remind them what we're getting into today. So Joy and I are going to talk about what was coming up for us the last time we met. We're going to recap that.
Check in.
And then we're going to talk about a value. And then we're going to talk about what we're learning and then what's coming up for us in the future. So that's kind of where we're going today. So welcome. And so Joy.
Hope you enjoy this conversation.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
So what, last week you said what was coming up was lots of travel, and you were excited to do some Instagram posting. So I'm curious if anything came out of that, how you're doing.
Yeah. So I think right after we had our podcast, we were just getting ready to take my son to camp.
Yeah.
And so we dropped him off in, I was going to say, I'm trying to think. It's the Blue Ridge Mountains in Asheville is where he went to this boys' camp. And there's no phones, so I don't get to talk to him for 2 weeks.
Wow.
I know everything's great, and I have like intel on the inside, like checking on him and stuff. And I know he's doing fine. He's gonna love it. But my mama heart was a little bit like, okay, this is a lot.
It's happening.
So dropping him off was like really big. It felt like a before and after moment for me.
Yes.
He's 12.
A 2-week camp is a lot.
It's a lot. So it's called Deerfoot Camp in North Carolina. And I'm just really excited for the experiences that he's going to have. Now, as far as my posting schedule, definitely not quite gotten to where I want it to be. So that's still in a working on it.
Yeah. Are you still excited about the idea of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely excited. There's just like the prep for travel coming up. We're leaving Saturday for a big trip. And then school work at the Renovari Institute for sure has been taking precedence. Yeah. And client work. So, but I am very excited. I'm still working on my pillars. I actually printed something off them, working through like the pillars, and then I'm just kind of like writing in more notes on my pillars that I mentioned last week. So
that's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
It's foundational to unpack it all.
Yeah, so I'm taking my time.
Yeah.
So
amazing.
Yeah, how was your trip?
So
the question was,
so it's still coming up.
Oh, it's coming up. Okay, the question was to go or not to go.
Yes.
That was kind of where you were.
And I am going, and I had to figure out a lot of logistics to make it happen. So we have dog sitter visiting the dog midday. I had to finally figure out what dates I'm going. Like, there was a lot to do. So as you listen to this when it first comes out, I will probably be in the car driving.
And on your way to the
beach in South Carolina.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
But
it'll be really quick. I was going to stay a little longer, but it's a lot of rain in the forecast. So my original plan was to go for 2 nights, and it's a lot of driving for 2 nights, but I love a solo car trip.
Yeah. Yay.
Give me 7 hours in the car alone, and
you're ready to go.
Very happy.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll listen to a book or two probably. And so it'll be good. And I made the drive. Ben was with me last year. But when I drove us from the beach back home, and I made that drive all one time, and it was super easy peasy. So I was like, okay, this is an easy drive. I know it's an easy drive. It'll be fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm really looking forward to it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that.
So excited.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. And you for your trip coming up too.
Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be like a wonderful section, and then it'll all be wonderful.
Right.
But there's this work involved with, packing up Lucy's place and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get through it.
Yes.
Luce, don't worry. We'll tackle that closet. We'll get it.
Get you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So our value today is one of our podcast values. We have 2 more podcast values to cover this week and the next time we post in 2 weeks. And this week is on simplicity, which is super exciting.
It really is. Yeah.
I was reading the notes. I don't know if you pulled up like the notes that came with simplicity, like as we unpacked it in talking about our values, and it was very varied of like what simplicity was.
I was gonna say we both have a different opinion and like or like way that we embody simplicity.
Very
much. Yeah.
So I'll give the definition, and then I want to hear yours, because although we have a definition for words, sometimes we have liberties to take words in other ways, and we also have the Greek and the other words like to pull it apart to really find out how we can embody these values. So Merriam-Webster says, simplicity is the state of being simple, uncomplicated, or uncompounded.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, the state of being simple, like that's what on earth? And the definition of simple, there's so many ways to use that word. Like it means so many different things for so many different whatevers. I grabbed 3 that I thought would be helpful for our conversation. So being simple is free from guile, which I had to look up what that meant. I didn't know what that meant, but like deceit, essentially.
Okay.
Free from elaboration or figuration, and readily understood or performed. I felt like those were good, I don't know, starting points for a definition.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah, so for you.
Yeah, so what does that mean? What does that look like for you?
Oh my gosh.
As far as like, so without guile or deceit, that sounds like lying, basically.
Right.
Like back to our value from last week, which was authenticity, right?
Yes.
So like without any falsehood or
very clear. Yeah, not complex.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just curious to know how you work that out, like how you work out simplicity in your life.
For the podcast, because I was thinking like, how does that apply to like us here, and then how does it apply to my life? So for me, as I take it to the podcast, I was thinking like it's not complex. Like we have a simple setup.
Oh, I see.
Really simple. That way, I needed the podcast to be simple in its production value, in the way we publish, and the cadence of it. Right, exactly. Like it had to be simple. The framework of it needed to be simple and clear. And then I also thought it needed to be easeful, so that we're not stressed in order to put it together, and that we had really clear boundaries with it. And one of the things that I took notes on is like we're focused on our own choices. Like in simplicity, it's like keeping your side of the street clean, like tight, like, which that goes into a lot of different values, but I like it for simplicity of the podcast to like we're focused on what we are focused on, and we're not worried about what else is going on.
No,
I would love to hear our listeners like suggestions and stuff, but but we're keeping this simple and clear, and I really value that.
I love that.
How about you, Joy?
I love that. Yeah, as I was thinking about the value of simplicity, I do love the way that we've created this podcast to be simple.
Right.
And I think for me, as I was just working this out, it helps me, and we talked about this last time, was like the idea of looking at the opposite of simplicity,
that's good.
which to me was like chaos or like complicated. And I just realized that my life right now, the places where I apply simplicity, which is not in my art or decor necessarily, I'm more of a maximalist. It's simply done, but it's not like necessarily simple. But the places where I apply simplicity right now in my life are thriving and so different than the life that I used to live, which I feel was chaotic and overcomplicated. And so as I was just thinking through it, I realized that I found that overcomplicating was connected to my self-sabotage.
Ooh.
Because I didn't think that I deserved to be successful. That's literally what I wrote down.
Wow. So it had to be chaotic.
Yeah. Because that's what I was used to. I mean, we were eating chaos for breakfast as missionaries. We're running around. We're saving souls. We're having mission things. Everything was complicated and new. There was no blueprint. There was no stability in the, like, you never knew what continent you were going to be on from. I mean, and so, like, to believe that, like, no, I can live not just a simple life, but the words that came to me was, it was about identity.
Yeah.
So I wasn't the kind of person to have success. I actually identified as a failure. So in my identity as a failure, chaos goes with that. Overcomplicating, overthinking, like that's kind of the, the storm that you stay in and that you believe that you deserve.
Yeah.
And I just think I literally lived years like this.
Yeah.
I have applied simplicity to so many things in my life now, and I'm so grateful. It might even look like discipline, but to me, it's just simple solutions.
Yes.
And I just find that simple solutions are the most powerful.
Yeah. Yes.
So then as I was thinking about this, what I saw was like, okay, well, what changed was that as I aligned with my inheritance in Christ and my identity as the beloved, right, as a daughter of the living God, I believed that I was made for good things.
Yeah.
And turns out that good things are really simple.
Yes.
And like, I was thinking about it, like if you looked at my schedule from day to day, it would just be like, just boring. Like, I'm literally like suburbs mom. I pull the car out of the carport so I can do my workout. Then I pull it back. Then I shower. Then I pray. Then I see clients. Like on paper, it's just like, meh.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love the stability of simplicity. I love the cadence. I love the rhythm.
Yeah.
I love what it does to my nervous system.
Yes.
I love what simplicity does to my nervous system.
Yeah.
I love being able to think ahead, dreaming about what I'm going to do tomorrow, making the decision ahead of time. So, because that's where the chaos comes from, is having to make the decisions live.
Yeah.
But when I've already made them,
you already know what you're doing.
I wake up, I'm not even having a conversation with myself about putting my workout clothes on.
Right.
I get up, that's the only thing I have to do.
That's it.
That's all I have to do. Anyway, I love this theme.
Yes.
I love this value. It has been one that's changed my life, apparently. So, loving it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what does that bring up for you?
I was thinking about simplicity for myself, and I would not name it as a value of mine because it's so embodied in how I approach everything. I just love a simple, clear. I don't know if it's how like my brain can easily get wrapped around simple things. To me, the opposite, like I agree, the opposite of simplicity is chaos. It is this convoluted, complicated things that just don't have to be that way. Like, and we can easily make things complicated that do not have to be complicated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's interesting to just think about that. And I just really like keeping things clear. And I always use, if you watch, I have my YouTube videos and I always tell people I'm like, clear as kinds, like keep it simple. Like, and I'm probably too simple sometimes with how I phrase things. I'm very direct. I probably could use not chaos
a little nuance.
A little nuance.
Just sprinkle in a little nuance.
little gentility.
Yeah. Well, I have just really appreciated the way that you come at things so simply. And, when I was thinking about the last word that came to mind about simplicity was the combination between simple and solutions, like a simple solution.
Yeah.
And I feel like you are incredible at that,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to systems or even strategy, Lauren.
Yeah.
You have been like such an incredible help for my own personal business strategy and even with other situations with people and whatever. And I think that sometimes when we are in this overthinking, overcomplicated, emotional, dysregulated space, we can't really think of just the simple solution. Right? It's like we can't see the forest for the trees. It's just like, I know it's there somewhere. And it's something that I love too with my clients when I'm doing soul care, where they're just like completely worked up about this thing. And a lot of times it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But then I'll ask a question. I'm like, well, what if, we saw it this way? Or what if the Lord might be saying this? And then it's just like, oh, it's this kind of like moment of like, oh, well.
Wow.
And it's not like I'm carrying some wisdom. It's just having another set of eyes on just talking about the situation and bringing it up. And sometimes that solution is like,
it's right there.
It's right there. Tiny example is like, I can't tell my mom these things. Like I want to, I have a client that's dealing with like a mom issue and, she can't tell her, what's going on or whatever. And I just said like, what if, there was a letter that you wrote that you didn't, I call it an unsendable.
Sure.
So you write the things that you're feeling, and so you're able to get them out without basically ruining a relationship with someone. But there's sometimes things that you need to say.
Yes.
And this idea the Holy Spirit gave me was, you write the letter and then you write back what you think she would say, which is why you don't usually say the things. Mm-hmm. And then the second part is you write back what you wish she would say. And that's where the gold is. That's where the healing is. And genuinely, it's so simple.
Yeah.
But to like sit down and like come up with that.
Right.
You just get overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
I love how, the simple solutions are the most powerful.
Yeah. And it does often take another set of eyes, especially when you're so close to something, so close to an issue, to see it in a simple way. It's almost like, well, I would feel maybe less than if the fact like I couldn't pull that out by myself. 'Cause I still complicate things probably. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just have a simple brain. But I don't know. It's just things are very clear. I do overcomplicate, and I'll share in what I'm learning how I'm overcomplicating.
Yeah, well,
things. Hold on. I want to keep there's something that there's two things that came up with simplicity that I thought was really cool is something that looks complex to one person is actually really simple to another person.
Yes.
Like we get to carry our own things that are simple, which I thought was really neat. So to me, very like practically, decorating my house is complicated. I have a really hard time committing to a piece of furniture. I have a hard time picturing it in my home. I feel very committed to it. There's a lot of pressure there for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I have this same like little square bookcase thing in my living room that I absolutely abhor. I hate it. And I want a vintage piece of something, wooden thing. I can kind of see it in my mind, but not really. And I keep scouring Facebook Marketplace, and it's just so overwhelming to me. I just need, so to me, a simple fix should be to bring somebody in that can understand my vision and help me see through what I do for strategy.
Yes,
and
for someone
operate
else
for somebody
to do.
else. They need to come in because it's too complex
For design,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah. And I get my foundations down. So, because I can see it in my office. Like, I know how I want my little itty bitty space, but the rest of the house, I'm just like, I have no idea.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? How different things are hard.
Yes.
For one and simple because there's like an ease to it too, right?
Yes.
But
and it's just
that's
so
really interesting.
Clear the way our minds are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to help you pick out furniture, by the way.
Yeah.
That'd be like super cool. Yeah. If you had like a pin board of like a couple of ideas, I mean, that would really help you.
Right.
That's where I would start.
And it's like, it's a narrow
board.
space, so then it has to be like a narrow thing.
Mm-hmm. And you just have measurements.
Yeah,
and then
you work inside of it.
Okay,
deal.
Yeah.
And the other thing on simplicity that I thought was a neat is what AI is doing to our lack of simplicity.
Okay, say more.
The way that I will get an email or a request from a client, and it is the most elaborate, complicated word vomit of
from
information.
The client?
Yeah, from the client. That's obviously AI generated. Like it should have been a 3-sentence request that was generated by AI that was needlessly wordy.
Yeah.
And
it's so interesting.
It's so frustrating because it's complex for no reason other than the fact that the LLM is like building on itself. So it knows nothing but to bring
more information.
Yeah. And just like
not simplicity.
Not simplicity.
Just
unless you guide it like really well.
You have to guide it. It's true.
And then it takes brain space to
work through all of the
because you still have to read it all. And I really should probably give it to my LLM. And
I would just put it into the droid
like,
and then
can you give me the 2 sentences?
Summarize this. What do they need? That's what I would do. I would put it in the droid. That's probably how I would do it.
But so I feel like we're getting used to like more complicated ways. And it feels almost, if it's complex, it means I'm doing more. Right? There's like, if it's too simple, that means I'm
like not
less
enough.
than.
Right.
Yes. Like I need to do the more in order to do this.
That's so interesting.
And I don't think it's maximalism because like there is a lot, but it's done with personality and expression.
Yes.
And when it's not done with self-expression, it's just unnecessary.
It's like cumbersome.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such an interesting observation. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that too. And like if I'm trying to write an email or get help, or whatever, it's just like that was a lot. We don't really need.
We don't need that.
So the edits is definitely pulling things out.
Yes.
That we didn't need.
Yes. But I will say I have on the maximalist side and where it's different, I have a dear client who every time she asks me for something, it's written in her words, but she's always like, "Dearest Lauren, I hope you're just having the most splendid of summers." And it is her typing it because like that is an outpouring of her heart with how she communicates.
Yes.
And I find it is so endearing.
It's adorable.
It's not AI being ridiculous. Like it's not, I'm supposed to communicate this way, therefore it's just an outpouring.
I love it.
That's, I don't know. And it's simple because it's her. So yeah, I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We just want more human.
More human, please.
More human interaction.
Please.
If you're going to be wordy, that's good. Yeah. But just like write it yourself. No. Well, sometimes write it yourself, sometimes not.
Just have a final edit on it. Like think about it before you send it. Like I'm not against an AI written thing. I just need you to consider it before you put it in front of another human being. And I'm really glad I'm not in corporate America in this time because I think there's a lot of people who would produce a lot of unnecessary elaborate documents and presentations.
Oh my gosh.
That would just say the same point over and over again. It's like, man, this could have been 2 sentences. Like, why are we doing this? So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Any other words on simplicity?
I don't think so. I think I've shared my thoughts on simplicity. That's good. Yeah. What do you feel like you're learning these days?
I feel like I just talked a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would love to hear what you are learning right now.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
My cheeks hurt from like talking.
Okay. Sure. I am right now, I'm in the middle of the Renovari Institute, and we are going through some really incredible books. And I'm really learning a lot in this process. And what I really love about the opportunity to read these kinds of books and be in a cohort with people that are reading them with us, like together, is that we get to talk through how we feel about the different things that we're learning, how it's landing, how we're, where we're having resistance and where we're growing. And so I just am really grateful. I'm really grateful for that space in community. So one of the we're writing papers in July. They'll be good, but it's intense. There's 2 papers that are due that are like, I don't know, 3,000 words or something like that. 4, somewhere in there. Anyway, one of the questions that we're supposed to be answering in said papers is, how do you become like Jesus? Right? Is one of the questions.
Okay.
And we're reading all kinds of things. Like we've read Renovation of the Heart. We're going through Spirit of the Disciplines right now by Dallas Willard. We've done Testament of Devotion. And there's a lot of great resources, but there's something in my heart that like kind of recoils with that question. And I just think that the picture of being like Jesus, like it kind of is reflective of like the WWJD bracelets, like what would Jesus do? And that whole culture of do like Jesus, be like Jesus, which I think is well-intentioned.
Sure.
But my question is like, how do we remove the be like Jesus from the white male Jewish, first century person to like what it actually looks like? So Dallas says something to the effect of, how would Jesus live? The question is more not what would Jesus do, but how would Jesus live your life if he were in your life, like, or if he were you, or living the life you're living. Sorry, I'm butchering it. And I just think that is just a really, it's just a compelling topic to think about in a different way than, especially as women. It's hard to think like how, would I be like Jesus when I'm not a man? And I think that it's more about allowing the Holy Spirit to transform us from the inside into the image of God, into our uniqueness. And I just believe that people that are surrendered to the process of transformation look more and more like themselves. That is like the image of God inside of them, the Imago Dei. And so that's kind of something that I've been,
That's really beautiful.
Noodling
through.
And noodling around and praying through. Because I want that. I want to be transformed into the image of Christ, the Christ image within. But the being like Jesus, like the wording of it, I feel like gets tacked into this, like, how do I, just go to the Gospels and do exactly like Jesus did? And I don't think that that's really how. Right.
Right. Because he fully God, but fully man, a single man who didn't have a home, who didn't have kids to raise. He didn't have his own business to run. He didn't he didn't have a bed every night, and he spoke in parables and was raising up like the men that would go out and spread the news of his life and the good news of Jesus. And like there's parts of that, parts of it, but like that's not our story.
No.
Sitting here, like that's not our life.
Yeah.
Fractions of it, but I love that idea of how God is like fully expressed through us as we transform with Him, because He like every day is a growing.
Yeah. It's a spiritual formation, right? We're being spiritually formed.
Yeah.
Into the image of God within.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, there's lots of directions that you could take it, but that's kind of where I'm at right now.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, what am I learning?
What are you learning right now?
So I signed up. It was after we recorded this podcast. I sent you a Marco on it. But I signed up for this 40-day Yap challenge.
Yap challenge.
This girl on, I don't know, I've seen her on TikTok. I think she has an Instagram page. She started her account like 6 months ago, grew her account to 300, 500,000 followers just by expressing her opinions and takes and sharing a little bit of how she was making some side money, but wasn't out for anything. So she built a lot of trust with her audience. I wasn't even subscribed to her. She just kept coming up in my feed and like I liked her videos and stuff. So she was like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to do this 40-day Yap challenge. I was like, all right, okay, I guess I'll do it, because I shared, I think in the last time we sat down together, I've been wanting to do more with like my TikTok account, my personal kind of brand, not really sure what that looked like. And so I was like, I'm going to do it. So I'm taking this 40-day challenge, not for my business, but for my personal account. I'm committing to doing this challenge. I'm a couple of days behind, but I've been doing it. It took me a couple of days to start, which I'm actually happy about, because I'll be able to like get ahead while I'm at the beach, like pre-record, and not have to worry while I'm traveling about keeping up with it. And it has been so helpful because she's teaching how to speak on social media, your tone, your cadence, where you place your captions. She's like, you put your captions. She's like, I don't know if you know, but I always have my captions pretty close to my mouth because people want to engage with the person that they're looking at, but they don't want to be looking at the bottom of the screen, because 60% of people are looking at those without the sound on. Yeah. So a lot of people are reading the captions, but then to also connect with you means to look at you and read the captions. I'm like, that's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Never thought of that. Amazing.
So things like that, because this isn't her, she's already had an online business. She's already grown it to over $1 million. Like, she's already done the thing, and she was just looking for a different way to express herself. And she sold this course, this 40-day challenge she sold, made $1.2 million in this launch. Wow. 2 weeks it took her. And she thought she'd make maybe $100,000.
Amazing.
And, I mean, it's wild. So I'm really happy with the investment of it and what she's putting out. So every day she has a prompt, and like, okay, so today we're going to do a perspective or a hot take or something. And then another day it's like, you got to be vulnerable. Something about you. And I listened to her lesson today, and it was on the soul over the strategy. She's like, we get very complex sometimes, knowing that you got to have the right hook and the right way to land it and the right CTA, and it's all got to be like this, this, and this. And she's like, sometimes that just doesn't matter. And it's what's on your heart to post. Just go film that and post it, and don't worry about the strategy, what all the gurus say you have to have in order to grow, and just do what's on your heart, like what's overflowing out of you to share with the world. And that's what's actually going to get the traction, which of course, but to then have the permission to do that, it's very simple. Yeah. And she gives 101 examples. So you're not following like, oh, this is the framework. She's like, this is how you can do it, or this is how you can do it. Amazing. It's so wild. And she does a video every day, and she talks about why your tone and your pitch are important. She's like, if you have a perspective, you use, and you say like, I think this, whatever. She's like, you drop your pitch because a lowered tone brings confidence. And then when you ask your people about it, like, you can raise your tone, your pitch, because it's like, it's engaging. More engaging. Yeah. And you can use the words like, I think this, but it is more authoritative, and people are more inclined to listen to it. And the pace at which you speak, and when to speak fast and when to speak slow. Amazing. And it's just been, I'm learning so much, and I'm getting new followers every day. I've been posting for like 4 days now, and that's so great. And I might actually go over 1,000 followers on my Instagram for that page too. Yay. So yeah, I'm like, okay. And I don't know what I'm doing with it. I just know I have felt called to share more of myself in this way for a long time. So I'm just showing up and doing it. So yeah, that's what I'm learning. And
I
it's super
love that.
exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that so much.
Yeah.
That I'm loving your content. It's super fun.
Thanks.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm keeping it simple. Like how I show up is very simple. Like I'm doing it the same. I'm writing out a script for myself.
Love it.
And I have it in a teleprompter. I'm not reading off a teleprompter because if I don't have something that I'm like
looking at,
like holding me in, like points that are written, I will talk for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to do that for an Instagram or a YouTube video or this podcast, like get a little rambly. Like, it's okay. We're a little longer form, but a Instagram post, like you need to have that to the point.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
I need something to hold me in if I'm going to do that.
For sure. I
so
love
my setup's the same each time. I know like how I'm showing up.
It's so great.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait to see what else you make. That's awesome.
Super excited.
Yeah.
So Joy, what is coming up for you?
What is coming up is we are traveling again. We're leaving on Saturday, and I don't like to travel. So I grew up traveling, living overseas and then coming back and forth all the time, and a lot of car rides once I was in the States. And I am just noticing some anxiety coming up with travel. It's 10 days. It's 2 different sort of scenarios. A lot of packing. So I find myself just picturing like July 4th when I'm back home. I just want to be home. Like I can't wait to come back to my bed. It's going to be a good time, but that's like what I'm noticing is coming up for me. And I'm just like, that's strange. Like people love to travel and I'm just like, I'm good. I think I'd rather just stay, unless it's to Florida, of course. I'm always down for any paid trip to Florida would be awesome. But yeah, I think that's the main thing that's coming up for me. And then the other thing is that, I remember what I was going to tell you, is that I hired, or I'm in the process of hiring a writing coach.
Ooh.
So to help me on the journey of creating a certification for Meridian. So that is like baby steps right now. But I've hired a poet, basically. She's like a coach, but she's also a poet and a writer. Her name's Christina Hubbard. We can put her information in the show notes. But like just incredible connection. We met for like a discovery call and I was like, okay, this just feels really good. So I'm really excited about that. And I told her, I'm like, I just need someone to check in and be like, hey, are you writing? And how's it going? And I want for it to be like the certification. I'm kind of have like this idea for a book for the certification, and I'm hoping that it can combine with my final project for the RI.
Ooh.
So if I can put those 2 pieces together, that would be great. So that's kind of, so we're going to work together for the summer. She's in a doctorate program, so I don't know what fall will look like, but that's what's coming up.
That's huge.
That's very exciting. So I would love to get to talk about that again.
Yes.
And just let you know how it's going.
Love.
Writing. Summer for writing. And also I have papers to write, so that'll be happening for sure. Yeah. But just having some space to write.
Yeah.
Would be good.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. How about you? What's coming up for you?
So obviously keeping up with this 40-day challenge of posting. And I recorded a video yesterday that's getting posted today. I think it might actually be posted like soon. I have it on like auto post.
Nice.
But what came up for me is I was sharing in it that I used to think that work had to be stressful in order for it to be important, like good work. And I no longer believe that. But for somehow this is a little different, even though to some it might be the same. But I feel like I still hold that work has to be hard, like strenuous, which to me is different than stressful.
Like more effort
yes,
involved.
Yes.
Not complicated or chaotic.
Right.
But there needs to be a lot of effort. A grunt.
In order to make a lot of money, you got to put in a lot of effort.
Okay.
That's probably the better way to say it.
Specifically with money. Okay.
Yes. Yes. To make a lot of money, the work that you have to do in order to make a lot of money has to be a lot of effort. And that's like in my bones, I feel like. Instead of what I want to believe and what I want to carry is that making money can be easeful and it can be an overflow. So that came up for me like while I was like writing my script for my little video. I was like, oh yeah, you do still hold that on. So I would like to let that go and not, have that belief. So that's coming up for me, and to just learn that, I don't know, because my work is fun. Like my work for Smarter Creative is so much fun, but it is a lot of work to do the things that I do. It's a lot of brain space. It's a lot of time that goes into it. And I don't know if that's fact. So anyways.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That. Yeah, I love that exploration of like how we make money and like what is involved in the making of money. I do think that we have a lot of heavy things on the making of money.
Yes.
Like for me personally, it's more about honest money. Right? It's more about clean money.
Yeah.
You and I have talked about that before. And sometimes clean money comes with not as much effort. Yeah. Like you just made a good thing and you sold it to a lot more people. Right. Like you're right. Your person. Yeah. And I think that it doesn't, because you've built trust. Right. It doesn't have to have these qualifiers of like hard and stressful and like taking everything from me so that then I deserve the money. Yes. So there's like that deserving piece too. Yeah. So I think it's a really interesting conversation. Yeah. So I love it. Yeah. Love that you're exploring that. And then I'll actually go to the beach next week. So. You'll go to the beach. I love it. I love it. That's very exciting. I'll let you guys know what books I read in the car ride. There you go. See. There you go. If you have any suggestions, this will air by Monday. So suggestions for my ride back, I'd love to hear. Actually, suggestions for both of us. Yeah. I'll be in the airport for hours also. So do you have any institute books that you need to be reading? I'm ahead on my reading right now. Okay, good. I'm like a little bit like I have like a chapter, but I like purposefully was like I gotta be able to have some space. So good. I try to stay. Take a little hiatus. a little fiction break while I'm at the airport. So we'll see what happens. But we would also just love to hear from you guys. Yeah. The prompt I'm thinking is like, what does simplicity mean to you? Yeah. How do you embody simplicity in your life? We'd love to, hit us up in our DMs or in the comments to hear from. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah. Or if you like want to get crazy and be like, what are you learning? What are you learning? Honestly, you can tell us. I feel like that is such a great conversation, such a great communal conversation. I feel like it really tells you something about who you are and who we are. Yeah. About the things that we're drawn to and the things that we're learning. So, we'd love to hear from you too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, leave us a comment wherever you're at, and do subscribe, please, and share this with a friend if you found it encouraging or just entertaining. We'd love to, go out into more ears, and it really does make a difference for us, for you to share, leave a comment, or a review, I guess, is what happens. Yes. A podcast review. Yeah. Amazing. Well, Joy, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, no, this was great. Yeah. This was great. Listener, thank you for being here. We appreciate you and love you. Right, bye. Bye.